Hey, Western Heights friends and family. It's Friday, so it's time for another Minister's Moment. I don't know how many of you have been watching the Major League Baseball Championship Series. There are 4 teams left trying to shoot for those last 2 spots for the World Series. And it's been fun to watch. There's lots of things, and you may have missed that partly because your team's not in it. Maybe you don't care about baseball, but there's a level in which I long for a sense of normalcy. Now, if you can't tell by my hat, my team's in this. In fact, the Braves lead the Dodgers now 3-1 in the series. So I'm looking forward to tonight's game, hoping to clinch this World Series run that they're having. But they're playing the Dodgers. And if you know nothing about that, you got to know that the Dodgers are one of the best offenses this year. And so what that means as a Braves fan is that there is no lead that you feel safe enough with. I mean, last night, Katie and I were still waiting in anticipation in the 9th inning, whenever they're up by like 6-7 points, just waiting for that last out so that we know for sure, yeah, we clinched this. And the reason we feel that way is because literally the night before that, the Dodgers had 1 inning where they scored 11 runs on the Braves. It's anyone's game. It truly is. And that's part of the excitement of it, but it's also where our hearts just get wrenched. How many of us, take it out of baseball, take it to your team, whatever your team might be, whether it's in football, baseball, soccer, whether it's your hometown team, we always want our team to win. We want them to do good. But we know that it's anybody's game. Even the best team in the whole league can have a bad night. And the worst team, everything can click for. And so we kind of wait in anticipation. Sometimes that's nerve-wracking. On the flip side of it, I think of a different kind of event, a different kind of battle between these forces. Baseball is baseball. Games are games. But when we look at spiritual warfare, it's a different beast. Adam's been talking in his minister's moments about the spiritual warfare and things happening because it's October leading into Halloween. And I appreciate a lot of things that he's bringing to the table there. It's got me thinking more so of the spiritual warfare that we're all in. Sometimes we forget that there are forces out there that do not like us. And they are against us. More so, they're against Christ, and if we're with Christ, they're against us. But am reminded of how the book of Revelation tells the story. Now, some of you may be thinking, man, Revelation, I don't understand it. It's not a book for me. Usually, whenever I get there in my Bible reading, I kind of just skip it because it's nuts. Well, you're not wrong. It is a crazy ride of a story. But it's not all that difficult to understand. See, Revelation is written as an encouragement. It's meant to encourage the persecuted church. And basically, some of the things that Revelation says can be boiled down into one idea. There's an epic battle. 2 sides opposing each other. They fight. One side wins, the other side loses. And you have the ability to choose which side you're on. So choose wisely. See, there's a scene later in the book of Revelation in which the battle is about to happen. And both sides have kind of taken their camps and they got everyone. You've got the beasts and the dragon and all this on one side, and you have Christ and the angels and all the saints on the other side. And it's almost like the setup of the story of Helm's Deep, in Lord of the Rings or in Marvel. You just see this ready for this big old battle that anyone could win, right? Wrong. See, Christ shows up. He pulls a sword from his mouth and basically swings it, and the battle's over. There is no fight because the victory's already been won. I don't know about you, but I find that extremely comforting. Whenever I watch sports, if I already know who wins, I don't get as anxious with things. But that's one thing. I kind of want the journey in sports to see who wins, who loses. But when we're talking about salvation, when we're talking about souls of being who wins in the spiritual realm, I don't want any guesswork. And the cool thing that we have is we have knowledge and we have confidence that Christ has already won the battle. Now, I don't know necessarily how that's going to affect your life today, but I know it should. It should mean that you are not scared of what Satan might throw your way. You're not scared of the spiritual warfare going on because you know you have chosen the right side. You are on the right team, the team that has already declared victory. I don't know if that's a bit of encouragement to you today, but it sure keeps me going whenever things get crazy around us. When politics do what they do, and politicians, namely, do what they do. When viruses wreak havoc and everything else goes on, I take great peace and comfort knowing that my Lord and Savior has already won the battle, and I choose his team. Love you guys. Hope you have a great weekend.